how do we change actually an education system that was built for the Industrial Revolution? When the role of the worker is actually fundamentally changing, how do we actually make it right for these kids?
We think about future skills. It is these areas of computational thinking and computer science and programming and being able to make decisions with data. These are skills that, again, since any domain that a student might go into is going to use sophisticated computing, so it's really essential for them to have some of these core skills.
Hello, this is Mike Walsh, President for the California School Boards Association. We're here in San Francisco at the Palace Hotel. We're taking part in our 2018 Leadership Institute. The goal here is to help school board members understand what it takes to lead students to success through the STEM fields, and that's science, technology, engineering, and math.
About 3 million Americans work at cash registers. Meanwhile, Microsoft, Walmart, Amazon, and many others are working on technology that basically eliminates the cash register and automates that work. About 3 million Americans work as truck drivers. There's about 15 different technology companies working on creating trucks that drive themselves. There's about 3 million Americans working in manufacturing, and meanwhile, the leading job opening in all manufacturing is for software engineers to automate the work on a manufacturing floor.
So this idea of being able to thrive in this kind of an environment is something that's really relevant for students. It's relevant for people in the workplace.
In California, we have 73,000 currently open jobs in computing. And last year we had only 4,000 computer science graduates in California's universities. And in California's high schools, less than 20,000 students took the AP Computer Science exam. And of those students, less than a third were girls, less than 5,000 were underrepresented minorities. So we have a very upside down picture in this state of the computing jobs versus the students studying computer science.
But a lot of it is about those cultural perceptions and stereotypes that start to slowly but surely push female students out of the computer science field, but also in traditional math and hard STEM topics as well, because of the biases that they perceive and that they encounter at that point. You know, that's the point where it's equitable, and from K through 5 until you get to 6. That's when there's that dramatic drop because of what they're experiencing, both in their external outside community as well as in the classroom, that discourages them from going into the field.
We read about this all the time, and researchers are now putting out the numbers of predictions. Looking at today's workforce, the predictions are that in about 10 years, 15% of all jobs today will either get dramatically changed or completely eliminated. About 30% will go away in about 25 years. And about 35 years from now, half of today's jobs will either no longer exist or will look very, very different than they are today.
One thing that we do is we actually have mother and father coding pairs. So we actually invite the parents to understand, because what happens a lot is when you tell parents, oh, we're doing computer science or we're doing coding, they're like, ¿Qué es eso? What is that? We have no idea what that is. And so that's a huge problem. We want the parents to be involved in that activity because we want them to understand how important it is, and how we want to explain to them how we're a software-driven world. So including the parents in actually coding. We teach the parents coding too, something that they think that they can't do. My mom was scared of a computer. Now she's excelled. She still can't speak English, but she can code. So how is that possible? So I think that it's important to understand that we're here for the parents, and we're going to try to make sure that we help them.
As a country, we know how to deal with change of this fashion. The only question is, can we avoid a Great Depression as we go through that kind of a change? And so the trillion-dollar question we need to face is, what will the jobs of the future look like when we hear about jobs getting automated?
I think is absolutely critical to have an engaged set of students who feel a true sense of purpose in the world. And I think that's the whole role of education, it's the whole role of teachers, it's the whole role of public schools, is that we give students this incredible gift, and it's something that they naturally have. It's that we have to make sure that we protect it.